Journalists covering mass incarceration in the United States have to navigate various hoops to get a peek behind the thick veil of secrecy that has been purposefully created around the prison system. My name is Dan Moritz-Rapson. I'm a researcher and investigative journalist focusing on the criminal legal system. I wanted to talk about what journalists need to keep in mind when covering mass incarceration and how reporters can access and uncover information while covering incarcerated people. To find the best person to speak with, it will be useful to reach out to local activist organizations. They'll have connections to people in nearby incarceration facilities and can help connect you with the right person. They can be very valuable resources for finding people to speak with and getting relevant information that you may not be able to get by going through the prison system. In order to schedule an in-person interview with an incarcerated person, you'll need approval from the state system. This can require filling out paperwork and needing to arrange the visit weeks in advance. In many cases, prison facilities may be hours away from you, and it will be more practical to speak with someone by phone. Even if you have a planned time to speak with somebody by phone, they may be unable to call you at that given time. Incarcerated people may be unable to access phones due to facility lockdowns or other restrictions. For in-person interviews, you may not be able to bring in recording devices. Reporters are generally subjected to the same restrictions that anyone else is when visiting a facility. So if a state typically won't let someone bring in a camera or a recording device, you probably won't be able to bring one in either. Each state creates a bunch of different barriers to getting information. Getting accurate data for your story may be a difficult task. Oregon, for example, requires staff to document each time they give naloxone to an incarcerated person. But in 2023, an Oregon publication was told by state corrections officials that the government did not have relevant information related to overdoses that would have assisted reporting. This happens commonly. Federal data on prisons and jails is often delayed years before it's published, so by the time it reaches reporters, it's out of date. Other forms of information that you may try to obtain via records requests will be blocked by states, who often cite sweeping privacy or exemption policies. Most importantly, it's key for journalists to understand the criminal legal system and tap into the resources available for them. To read more about how to handle issues in accessing information held by prisons and jails, read the second part of this series by following the link on the screen.